Well, hello everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having an incredible day. My name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home, online, and just excited to be able to have a conversation with everybody today. And tonight's topic, what we want to talk about tonight, the message I wanted to share with everybody this evening is I want to tell you the story of the worst excuse that I tried to ever make in business. Now notice I said tried to make. Now fortunately for me, I had a good mentor, and here's what I can tell you about mentorship. A good mentor will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So let me tell you the story of the worst excuse I ever tried to make in business. And I think we'd all agree that a lot of people suffer from excuse-itis. A matter of fact, if you're watching here today, type in the comments, type in excuse-itis. See, a lot of people suffer from excuse-itis. They make excuses about everything. And a mentor of mine told me years ago, he said, Jeff, you can either make money or you can make excuses, but you can't make both. So again, type in excuse-itis. So we get the choice. We can either make money or we can make excuses, but we can't make both. So here's the story about what happened for me. I remember I was at a business event, a business training event 15 years ago when I was first getting started as a home-based business owner. And when I was first getting started in this industry, I saw an amazing training, an amazing talk, and they talked about this incredible personal growth and self-development weekend. They talked about this national training convention. It was in Anaheim, California. At the time, I owned a bunch of Nextel retail stores. If you remember these, the Chirp Chirp, the walkie-talkie phones, this is what I used to do. So at the time, I was a small business owner. I had 5 stores. My business was struggling. I was having a hard time. And this convention, this personal development, event, this national convention that was in Anaheim, California, happened to be on December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, 2005. And when I heard about the inspiration that was going to be given, when I heard about the education, the community, the leaders that were going to be there, all the incredible people that were going to be there for the weekend, when I heard about all the things, it just made so much sense to me that I would want to go. I believe that if you want to be a doctor, you got to go to medical school first. If you want to be a lawyer, obviously you want to go to law school. So the way they built this training up, the way they talked about it, the way they talked about the value, the testimonials of all the different things, the takeaways that people got when they went to an event like this, all of it made so much sense, and I knew that logically I needed to go. But at the same time, here's what I was battling with. I was battling with my own emotions. I was battling with my own excuses, because for me, as a retail store owner, the best time of the year is December, the Christmas holiday. And I knew that I had laid off so many people at that point in time in my business. I knew if I was going to go to Anaheim and go to this event, I was going to have to close at least one of my stores down for an entire weekend. And I remember thinking to myself, well, there's just no way that I could go, because if I do, I'm going to have to close the store down for an entire weekend. Now, during the training, the gentleman that was speaking during the training, he had us write down our reason why. The reason why we were self-employed, the reason why we were on this new journey, the reason why we were doing what we're doing. He said, write down on a piece of paper your why, the reason why you're doing this. And at the end of the event, when he talked about this event and people could register, they were even doing a raffle so somebody could get a free ticket to this incredible personal development workshop in Anaheim, California. And I remember my mentor coming up to me at the end. He said, I'm going to Anaheim, California. Are you going? And I remember looking at him and saying, you know what, I'm sure that I should go. It sounds great, but I'll go to the next one. And here's what he said to me. He goes, Jeff, procrastination is the thief of opportunity. He said, what's holding you back? What's the reason why you're not going? And I go, well, the reason I'm not going is if I go, I got to close my store down for an entire weekend. He goes, okay, I get that. But out of curiosity, when the speaker spoke today, what did you write down for your why? What did you write down for your reason you were doing this? Out of curiosity, what did you write down for your why? And I looked at the piece of paper, and ladies and gentlemen, this moment changed my life, and here's why. When I looked down, here's what the sheet of paper said. The sheet of the paper said, I want to get out of my retail business in the next 12 months. And I remember reading to him, I go, the reason I'm doing this is to get out of my retail business in the next 12 months. And he said, let me get this straight. So the reason you're not going to go is because of your retail business, but the reason why you're doing this is to get out of your retail store. He goes, Jeff, that just doesn't make sense. You can't let your reason why become your reason why not. He goes, your why has to be bigger than your excuse. And at that moment, I was like, you're right. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going, let me tell you this. That weekend was a life-changing weekend for me. And 5 months later, I walked away from my retail business, closed the door, never walked back in, and been a full-time home-based business owner now for 14 and a half years. But think about this for a minute. How many people do we know in life that they let their reason why become their why not? How many times do we hear people talk about the reason I'm doing something different is for my kids? I want to create an amazing life for my kids. Then when it comes down to action, when it comes down to actually having to do something like go to an event, go to a training, go talk to clients, go prospect people, well, I can't do that today because I got to do all these things with my kids. They're making their reason why become their why not. They're making their why into their excuse. So how about the people like, oh, I want to start a side business. I want to start an online business because I want to get time back in my life. I want to get time back in my life. Then all of a sudden, when it comes time to actually do something, well, I can't put any time in because I don't have any time. And here's what they're doing. They're letting their reason why become their reason why not. So remember, guys, you can make money or you can make excuses, but you can't do both. So don't come out, don't go out and get diagnosed with the case of excuse-itis. You don't want to have excuse-itis. Have a reason that's bigger than your obstacle. I'm so thankful that my mentor, Mr. Patrick Mazer, had that talk with me that day. See, a good mentor, again, tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And I didn't want to hear at that moment that closing down my cell phone stores in December was a good idea, but man, it was something that I needed to hear. And I'm so thankful because 5 months later or a few months later, I never had to go into that business again because of some of the information I learned, but more importantly, what I applied from the information. See, information, without action, education without action, faith without works is dead. Faith without works is nothing. Faith without works is going to go out and create nothing in your life. But when you can have that education and you can have that work ethic, you can create anything. So guys, if you felt like there was value in tonight's message, hit the share button so somebody else could hear this evening's message, and go ahead, hit the share button so somebody else could hear it. But go ahead and drop a comment. Drop a comment tonight that says my why will be bigger than my why not. Or I choose my why, not my why not. I choose my why, not my why not. Drop that comment. Again, my name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home online. Hope everybody has an incredible rest of your evening. God bless everybody, and we'll see everybody in tomorrow's message. Thank you so much.